I like to believe that you have like a note card in front of you.
Well, honestly, I don't. But that's something to keep in mind for next time. I'll remember that. You gave me a great idea.
Oh, okay. You're welcome.
Fantastic.
Awesome. That's great. Okay, so, just so we're all aware, the champion mods for this season are Anti-Barrier Scout Rifle, Overload Rounds for Auto Rifle and Submachine Gun on one mod. We have Unstoppable Hand Cannon, Anti-Barrier Bow, and Unstoppable Pulse Rifle. What are we bringing in for champions? Because I currently can cover everything, but in case we have to split off into teams of 2, I want to make sure we're able to cover our bases.
I also have access to all of the champion mods.
Okay.
Same. So
I will try to bring something for everything.
For my clearing, I'm planning on bringing Unstoppable Glaive and Overload Osteostriga.
Okay.
Just because I feel like that, especially for my Toxic Love Void build, that'll be great for like non-boss phases.
For sure.
Wait, what did the mod 1-2 punch remove?
No, it's just for the raid itself they've removed it.
It's going to be disabled.
It's going to be disabled on Saturday.
They specifically disabled a couple of things for the raid itself, and nothing else, I believe.
Yeah.
So it works for everything but the raid.
Correct.
I myself am bringing Anti-Barrier Scout, and I'm going to be using Funnel Web, so I get Overload.
Funnel web roll do you have?
A good one.
He has the god roll.
Subsistence Frenzy.
Damn, but
Yup. Exactly.
Yep, you know what that means.
Alright, Mercy, what are you possibly bringing? For like champion slash
Remember, I
ad
just
clear?
muted myself. I am actually opening my Destiny again because I fucking closed it like a Dumbo
Oh,
just a minute ago. When I got out of things with my friend, I was like, bye, Destiny. So
Honestly,
give me
fair.
just a moment. I know that I have a couple different things right now. I think what I have is a the scout rifle one.
Okay.
And the one that's my brain's all blank.
Auto
now,
rifle
I'm
and submachine gun?
Yeah, auto rifle and submachine gun because I use both of those.
Got you.
So that's what I know I have. I might have bow as well as an option.
Okay.
Okay, I just know for. Hold on.
We're good.
So I know that I'm bringing those at least because that's what I use the most. Like I don't usually use bows, so I have it just in case, but I don't really care for them. Like I just don't feel like they're what I need usually.
Fair.
Ash is appalled.
I know.
Also,
Yeah, Ash, agree.
listen, if there was a bow that sat in my power weapons, I would use it.
There is a power
Not
weapon, though.
Leviathan's
Let's see,
Breath.
technically
there
there
was.
is.
Yeah,
There is.
Yeah.
Goliath's breath.
Leviathan's Breath.
It also
It's
staggers.
terrible.
Ash
Yeah,
is immediately excited.
It's not great.
Wait,
Yes.
where is it?
You can get it
It's a
in the
power
kiosk
weapon,
now,
though.
I think.
Yeah,
is
yeah,
it
you
a
can
regular
buy it.
weapons or is it an exotic?
It's an exotic.
An exotic.
Okay, so I just looked at my relic.
Uh-huh.
I have what I have unlocked is anti-barrier scout rifles, overload rounds for both
Auto rifle and submachine gun.
auto rifle and machine gun. I don't have the hand cannon because I don't fucking use hand cannons because
Fair.
they load slow.
Oh,
The bow
thank you.
and
Oh,
the
Leviathan's breath.
Pulse rifle?
unstoppable pulse rifle. So
Okay.
I have all of those. Now I don't have all of them equipped. Right now what I'm running at the moment, because I can switch. I mean, I'm probably gonna have to ditch all of my mods and start again anyway, because my shit's all over the place.
Fair.
But I plan on trying to bring a scout rifle, and I plan on bringing the one for submachine guns and auto rifles, because
Now,
those
real-
are the two I use the most often.
Now, real quick, do we want somebody to bring Gallahorn and the rest of us can bring
So,
legendary rockets?
We're
That's
gonna talk
actually,
about that
yeah, we'll talk about that. I just wanted to make sure we all knew what the champion mods were and like kind of what we're bringing for like ad clear, quote unquote. Because I'm glad we have at least we have champion mods covered. Rar, do you know which champion mods you're going to be bringing? Because you can clearly run bow because we have anti-barrier for that. What did you plan on bringing for anything else? Oh, for the other champion mods.
I was planning on doing piercing bowstring and unstoppable hand cannon.
Okay, that's perfect. And Neil, you said you're doing auto rifle and what?
Having auto rifle and scout rifle.
Okay.
Well, actually, it's technically it's submachine gun and scout. So anti-barrier and overflow.
Got
What is
you.
that noise?
Quantum, what are you bringing?
Stuff.
Nice.
Good.
I feel like
Love
that's
it.
me.
That's a move.
Myself.
Oh yes,
Excellent.
that's all we need. That's how we're gonna.
Alright.
That's how we know we're
Perfect.
gonna clear today. Is because we have got content.
I mean, I have every mod except for unstoppable poles.
Okay, well,
There you
that's perfect then. So now what are we bringing for ad clear? And the reason why I bring that up is because I know volatile rounds is going to be very popular. Or not volatile rounds, but like volatile flow, the mod. But I know not everybody is at the end of the artifact. So, first of all, who is, other than I think me and Neil, who is at the end of their artifact?
I think I need like one more,
I need a couple
or maybe
more.
my next one is the end. Let me see.
Yeah, because you need season progression. Well, you need artifact unlock 15 in order to pick up volatile flow.
Yeah, I need one
Oh.
more before they're unlocked.
Okay.
I just unlocked volatile flow.
Okay.
Oh yeah, get it.
Mercy, where you at?
Yeah, it does a lot of things, honestly. But bottom line, it deals damage.
Oof.
How far
I
along
don't-
in the?
I'm on the. I have all but the last track unlocked.
Okay, that's fine. I'm pretty sure you guys can
So-
get
and
it
then on
done.
the bottom, I'm like halfway through.
Yeah, you guys can get it done. I'm not worried about that. Same thing with RAR. We'll be able to get you through. It's no big deal. I'm not worried too much about volatile flow. If not everybody
does it
has it,
do?
because we're
I
not
haven't really looked
super
at it.
hardcore.
It damage.
Yeah.
Simplify it. It does damage.
So
And I'm
a
using
lot
for
of damage.
clear. I'm using osteo and the necrotic, so that should do quite a bit of just spreading poison all over the place.
I
Yep.
agree. And yeah.
Oteno,
Yes.
is it cool if I run void, or do you need me to do something like ranged?
Well, let's see.
Super.
Because technically, depending on what kind of boss it is, we'll either need bubbles or we'll need melting point. Because if one of the titans can run up, do melting point, and then get back in time, then that'd be perfect. But if it's not a boss we can get close to so quickly, I think bubble, well, not bubble necessarily, but I think one of the banner, the banner super, the one where like you put up your shield or whatever and we can all shoot through it. Yeah, I think that one got buffed, like secretly for some reason. So if anything,
Well, because
don't
nobody
run-
was using it.
Yeah, so don't run bubble because it
Well-
got like a 10% nerf or something for damage.
I was gonna actually just say, like, even if I'm not using my super for hitting purposes, like
Yeah.
putting the shield up and you guys can shoot through it is gonna have a huge damage buff.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking because you activate that, Larson puts down well, and we just go at it for damage phase. That would be it. Once we learn how damage phase works and everything, of course.
Of course.
Quantum, did you want to run melting point then, or are you fine with doing banner shield as well?
I can do either. I have. Oh, I do not have anything. Well, I mean, I have fodder,
Okay,
but I have exotics to switch out.
for sure.
I can do
Um,
melting point though.
Heck
Okay.
yeah. Quantum over here, like I'm just rolling in those.
Quantum's like, I'm ready.
that
Just
fodder.
point me in the direction. We're ready. I love it.
Melting
you know
point's what? Top tree?
Yeah,
Sunbreaker?
melting point I think is top tree.
You know what? We just need to put Quantum by himself in the raid, and he'll just beat him.
Peru,
Yeah.
who just go ham.
Solo the raid. World
Heck
He
yeah.
first.
solo the raid. World's
yeah.
first solo the raid.
Oh my god, imagine. On
No,
contest
man.
mode.
Like, I own this belt. Don't you know your clan owns it? No.
You just,
We
they just
checked my
give you-
clan. There's only me in it.
Alright.
Oh my gosh, I mentioned it earlier to Adam really fast. I was in in the tower with somebody whose clan his clan like little thing was RIP, but when I looked at his clan name, it was Killed by the Architects, and it cracked me up so. That's such a great name. I was like,
so
God
good,
damn,
actually.
Heart
it's a
attack.
perfect name.
Killed by the Architects. That's
bad.
amazing.
Uh,
All right, so for the hunters, since we're going to have 3 at least for
Maybe
the
5.
first half, right?
Mhm.
They keep it multiply.
Is everybody gonna run tether, or are some of you guys gonna run celestial?
I mean, I'll be flexible on that because if it's if we need boss damage, then
Right.
Celestial will probably be better.
Yeah,
True.
here's the thing I kind of want to bring up. We're probably only gonna do like one encounter at it. That was what it kind of seems to me at the moment.
Uh-huh.
And judging by the Deepstone Crypt, there's probably just gonna be a short lead up to it.
Right.
Yeah.
So I really don't expect too much boss damage effect. More clearing.
Okay.
So I tend to, when it comes to me, and this is with everything, not just raids, but
Right.
raids a lot. I almost always run Void, and now it's going to be a little different because, I can now shuffle my Void stuff a little bit. But
True.
I almost always run Void because I can go invisible if I'm starting to die. I can just fuck off for
Fair.
like 2 or 3 seconds while my health comes back. So I almost always run invisibility unless we are doing boss damage. And then I always run Celestial Nighthawk, and I have both.
Okay.
I have both of my things are ready. I have a Celestial Nighthawk ready. I have replacement boots for my boots that are my Void boots, so I'm ready. I just need to make sure that across the board that my mods go together, and that's literally it.
Got you. Okay.
So I'm not that concerned about me. I'm flexible. It's just gonna be the same thing I do with most raids where I run Mobius Quiver normally.
Uh-huh.
I can switch to the other one, but Mobius Quiver is the one I'm most familiar with.
Okay.
With invisibility and Celestial Nighthawk as boss damage.
Got you. So the reason why I mentioned both of them is because for tether, not only does the tether itself give a debuff if it hits a boss, but hunters and warlocks can just apply weaken. So once one of our weaken statuses runs out, we can reapply it with one of your snare bombs, or with my
Vortex is best for it.
vortex grenade, or my child of the old gods.
Yeah, or child. But Vortex because it ticks constantly.
that's
If
what I've
it
been
ever
using.
falls off, it just ticks it again.
Right. That's what I've been using, so that's perfect. And for warlocks, me and Larson already talked about it, but he'll be running solar, and I'll be running void. If need be, we
My
can both
solar
run solar.
timeout corner.
But yes, it's really unfortunate, but it is what it is. So in case anybody was wondering, we're not doing divinity purely because apparently, weaken and divinity don't work together, and weaken gives a stronger debuff than divinity does. Divinity gives I think makes your damage 21,000 when someone was doing a damage test, and weaken gives 25,000. But if you apply weaken and divinity together, it only takes the divinity debuff. So we won't be running divinity at all.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, very. And the only way we could run divinity is if none of us run weaken at all. So yeah, I don't think we'll be doing divinity. Not even after contest mode is over with. At least until it's fixed, if it will get fixed.
Even if they just changed it so you still only take the bigger of the 2 debuffs, but you still got the improved crit area, that'd be good.
That would be nice, yes.
Because it's we're not going to give you both debuffs, but we are going to give you the fact that Divinity's whole purpose is to make everything crit.
Yeah.
Well, that's what the tether does, anyway.
That's true.
I mean,
Also,
just
Shadow
say,
Tether.
with Shadow Tether, that's what it does.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter where you're hitting it, you're doing damage.
Yep.
That is true. So yeah,
And
we'll see.
it spreads to all the ads too, so.
Have you
Very
been
true.
using real quickie? Then have you been using Cataclysm still, or the Vortex Nova Bomb?
I've been using Cataclysm still. It does apparently
I've been using
more
Vortex.
damage.
It does, but Vortex seems to have some really good ad control.
It does. But yeah, I've been
That,
using
and I
Cataclysm.
love watching them scream and try to claw their way out of the singularity that's dragging them in.
I don't blame you. It is pretty nice. So
Why
and
I
then-
didn't used to do that.
That's true. So the last thing, unless anybody else has anything else, the last thing I wanted to talk about was protection mods and protection weapons. So since we've all done the season story at least the first week now, some of us have the seasonal weapons, and if you notice, the origin perk for them is Land Tank. Basically, it's when you get final blows with said weapon, it grants not only increased resilience and additional damage, it also increases resilience and additional damage resistance from combatants. So all I gotta do is just get a kill, and it stacks. I've seen it stack up to 3 times when I was using the pulse rifle. So if you're struggling with like getting hit a lot and everything, if you get kills with, let's say, the Peace of Mind, for example, since I'm looking at it, you'll get increased resilience. So that's useful as well. For mods, of course, there's still Protective Light for anybody that's using Charge with Light mods still. And then for those that are using Elemental Well mods, we have a mod called Well of Tenacity. Apparently it's the stronger of the two for resistances, but in reality it doesn't really matter which one you choose because they're both still really good.
You just want to ask a quick question?
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt you.
You're okay.
The only thing I'm actually concerned about with mods, because at this point all of us have done raids enough that we, kind of know what works or whatever.
True.
Versus a couple mods, obviously, that we don't have from the raid, or mods that are gone because of last season or whatever.
Yeah.
But for the most part, we all kind of understand how the mods work and what we enjoy running. My biggest concern right now is the fact that Masterwork weapons no longer drop Orb of Lights, which I think needs to be sort of touched on a little, because you do have to put a mod into your stuff now to make sure you're making Orbs of Lights at all if you want to.
This
So
is
I wanted
true.
to mention that.
Do you have to put it in the armor or in the weapon?
It's
In
now
the
in the
helmet.
helmet. It's now in the helmet.
Oh,
So depending on the elemental affinity, first you have Harmonic Siphon, which is rapid final blows with damage matching your subclass will create Orbs of Power. You have Kinetic Siphon, which is rapid kinetic final blows, create an Orb of Power. Or depending on the element of your helmet piece, you'll either have Arc Siphon, which is the same thing as Harmonic Siphon except it pertains to Arc only. Then there's Void, Stasis, Solar, that whole thing. So if you wanted Orbs of Power generating from your weapons, you will need to equip one of those helmet mods. So that is a thing.
Helmet is crowded real estate, in my opinion.
Yeah. I hope they do something about it, because that's very crowded.
Like, move it to
Especially-
chest or legs, because arms are also crowded.
Yeah, especially if you want to run Psionic Forging 2, which is a helmet mod, but it increases the duration of Land Tank, which is very nice. But if you wanted to have both your energy weapon and your kinetic weapon generate orbs for you, you can't run both. So that does create a problem. So you do have to choose there. But yeah, I'm just thank you, Mercy, for bringing that up, because I completely forgot about that. So if you want to generate orbs from your weapons, you will have to make a decision on your helmet. Luckily, the harmonic one only costs 1 energy, but kinetic costs 3. So sort that out as you will if you choose to do that.
Yeah, I just
Can't
wanted
I
to bring
just
that up.
use Void Siphon and do rapid Void weapon final blows create an Orb of Power, or is it better if I do the kinetic one?
Well, because you also have
It's really
harmonic.
going to depend on you.
It really
I
depends
actually
on
know the
you.
answer to that one a little bit.
Yeah, just
Like-
whatever you think you're going to get more mileage out of.
If you're using the energy one, it gives you bigger, and I put that in air quotes because I don't remember the exact math, but it gives the orbs it drops from the void ones or the energy ones are more super energy than the kinetic ones.
Okay. Interesting.
Not like a lot, but somebody on YouTube was breaking it down that basically it's enough that it's noticeable. It's just not like ridiculous.
You
Because
also
on the
have
flip
to-
side, a lot of the kinetic weapons can generate more orbs faster.
I mean, even if that's the case, you also have to consider
So
how expensive the mod is as well.
Yeah, one of them is only like 1 point.
Because one of them only costs 1 point. So really what it is, Ash, is it just depends on what you're using. So like with me, I'm using a void weapon almost all the time. Like my secondary is
Yeah.
almost always void because I love the weapon I have. I've used it forever. It's the one from the fucking raid. I don't remember what raid it is. Me and Adam use the same fucking weapon. I use it all the time.
Yeah.
I always forget the name of it. I don't know why. For someone who has like 6,000 kills on this one weapon, I always forget the name of it. But I always use Void, so it worked really well for me to go, oh, well, I'm probably going to use this weapon, so I'm just going to use the Void one because why not?
That
So
makes
it
sense.
just-
Okay, so I'm probably gonna do the void one as well because the bows that I use the most are also void.
Fair. Just know that also means unless you're running another mod in your helmet slot, that you won't be able to generate orbs from your kinetic weapons.
But I knew that was something that was a little bit weird that hadn't
Right.
got brought up, so I wanted to make, because that's honestly the only thing I'm really that concerned about was like
That's a fair
making
point.
sure we all knew those orbs had moved. Not that we, I think, depended on them or anything beforehand, but
Right, I don't think we did, but that's a very good point. Thank you for bringing that up.
Weirdly enough, I moved away from orbs a couple seasons ago just due to the nature of my build, and now I'm using nothing but wells.
Right, exactly. I'm using wells as well.
the other thing is like, I guess the only other thing we could do, I guess, is if everybody wanted to try and build for like wells or for
Protective light.
light. Like
Is protective light
that's
still
really-
good? I can't remember if they nerfed the tar out of it.
It's okay. Like if you're comparing the two, Well of Tenacity is definitely better. But if you don't have
Okay.
Well of Tenacity because you didn't play that season, or you don't like using wells, then Protective Light is still good for what it is. It's just I think Well of Tenacity lasts longer.
I do have Well of Tenacity. And Well of Tenacity is
It's a void mod.
right, but it's not a spender for
No.
your charge.
Well, technically it is. Because the moment you pick up a void well, it uses it.
It doesn't give you charge with light.
No, it's a well mod.
Right, but what I mean is I have it that when I'm picking up well mods gives me charge with light.
Oh, no, yeah, it doesn't generate charge with light. Well of Tenacity, no.
Okay.
So technically, if you wanted to run both, you technically could. Although that's a lot of mod slots, and then messing with both factors and everything. You have to have a charge with light generator, and then you have to have an elemental well generator in order for both to be active. That's a lot. If you wanted to do that, you can. But
I think I'm going
that's
to
a
go
lot.
protective light only because I already have supercharged and elemental charge and elemental ordnance set up
Okay.
on my regular build
Yeah.
So
for when I'm void, and so just changing from energy converter to protective light is not hard.
I'm gonna probably throw a wrench into people's plans with this sentence, but there are certain weapons that actually do grant you various types of protection, i.e., the Risk Runner prevents solar or arc damage,
True.
and actually empowers the weapon itself. Then there's, I believe, one of the origin traits for the
Season weapons.
the season stuff that actually just straight up gives you more protection.
Yeah.
And then there's, I believe, traits such as, what's it called? Turnabout, which, if you use a kinetic weapon and break a shield, it gives you an overshield.
It is true. We have options to protect
So
ourselves.
there's options for protection that are from weapons.
One more thing really quick that I don't want to forget. Do we
Yes.
want to try and run Wellspring again tonight, or actually run it tonight or not?
That would be cool. I just wanted to
Okay.
make sure we got
I was
this
just
in
curious.
as well.
Yeah, no, for real. I just wanted to ask because like the whole reason I was like, oh, you guys do raid first is because my buddy, like our
Yeah.
buddy, is an old man.
For sure.
Not an old man. He gets up at like 5 a.m. in the morning
Yeah.
every morning. He is an old man. But I knew he was gonna be like out before you guys were done with raid, so I was
Right.
like, just
yeah,
do raid
it
first,
is 11 right now.
and I'll do
Yeah.
Wellspring with you guys.
So
And
we
you guys are
definitely
okay with it. I'd love to, but
Yeah, I still want to do Wellspring, but I just wanted to make sure like we covered our bases first with Saturday. Make sure we're all on the same page and
Completely fair.
everything. Yeah.
So there's a lot of like moving pieces.
Yeah. So
Right.
the last protection thing that I want to talk about, and that's pretty much it unless people want to bring up more stuff, is we have thermal shock plating,
Yes.
and
Oh god, I love
it-
that one.
if you run a void chest piece You can have all 3 resistances. You can have arc and solar, and then run void resistance.
That's a good point.
So I personally
Didn't
made my
they-
chess piece void specifically for that.
Didn't they change the way that we change elements on armor?
Yeah, but like
No,
it's only
kinda.
at rank 10. Like if you have it fully masterworked, then you can change it for only like an upgrade module and some glimmer.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
So yeah, so
Especially 'cause, like all my shit's been masterworked for literally 10 million years because
Oh,
that's all I
that's
was doing.
That's so much nicer than the enhancement mods or enhancement core version.
exactly. But in order to change your element, you do have to remove all your mods. So that is a
That's
thing.
Yeah.
not hard.
But I just wanted to
That's
make sure
not a huge
everybody
deal.
right. I just wanted to make sure everybody knew that we have thermal shock plating. So if you have a void chess piece, you can run thermal shock plating and void resistance, and you can cover all 3 elements. But of course, if you wanted to have like sniper resistance or melee resistance or concussive dampener, you will have to swap out for one of those. But it's always good to have the elements as well.
Yeah, and I
I'm
always
just running my chess piece I think right now is arc.
Okay.
So I have just the reduces solar and arc damage right now.
Yeah.
I was just putting the option out there. If you guys wanted to switch up your elemental's chess
Yeah.
piece, you're free to do so
That's
because you can
fair.
cover all 3.
That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because that's what I've been doing, and it's perfect.
Especially since we don't know what we're running into in there.
Exactly. Because for all we know,
Well,
we
I
might
might-
need sniper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I might end up changing like some of my stuff to maybe a stylish executioner or something. So
You guys did the birthplace of the Vile Strike, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
did.
So, and they made a lot of mentions of the disciple in the dialogue in that one.
What they did.
My theory is that this raid is going to be heavily scorn based.
That's
That's
I
what
was.
the pervading theory
Yeah,
is,
that's the prediction.
Right. Which the sort of the unfortunate part of that is knowing Scorn, they do all 3 types of shields.
Exactly.
and have chieftains that summon
So,
BS.
Yeah.
so then we would have to use the gun trait that allows us to
Hmm.
take
That
out
adaptive
all 3
munitions.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, that's actually. Thank you for bringing that up because I almost forgot about that. I have a pulse rifle with adaptive munitions, and I think a hand cannon with it.
The new exotic grenade launcher also can switch between.
Yes.
That's true. You have to do that
I do
exotic
not
quest.
currently have it.
We,
But
we,
I
we
mean,
actually
yeah, I
have the
gotta do the
exotic quest
mission.
for it now. We
I know
picked
we
up the
have
quest,
it,
yeah.
but we need to. Yeah.
We definitely need to do that tomorrow, possibly, if we have time.
And we'll see what we can get away with.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, that I just wanted to make sure we were all on the same page and we covered all of our bases and everything. If I forgot anything, please bring it up now. If not, you're free to do well.
You forgot something.
What did I forget?
No, you forgot something. Panic. Immediately. Now.
Okay. Unless there's anything else, Mercy, is there anything else that I forgot? Just in case?
honestly, I think you covered everything that I was concerned with.
Okay.
Like I said, if we really wanted to, we could all try and theme after one or the other, but it's really not that big of a deal.
Got you.
And like I said, the making sure all of us knew that the orbs of light no longer spawned from just masterworked stuff.
Right.
Just a reminder, because not all of us pay that much attention to that stuff.
This is true.
So that was the only other thing I was worried about.
All right.
Not all of us pay attention to TWAP.
That too. All
Word
right.
club.
Word club.
They have a shirt for that now, by the way.
They do have a shirt for that.
Yeah.
So good. All right. Unless there's anything else, Quantum, you are free to go. Thank you for listening in. And thank you for joining us for the raid. It means a lot as always.
Of
Hope
course.
you had fun.
It's
Yeah.
always fun raiding with you guys.
Heck
Oh,
yeah,
we
dude.
try.
Heck yeah.
Thanks, man.
And
Thank
hopefully the first day will also be fun for everybody, because that's what it's supposed to be.
Exactly.
As much as we
Yes.
all want to, do stuff and be, competitive in some
Yeah.
form, It's more about just making sure we all enjoy ourselves and enjoy the game.
The raid was
Exactly.
the friends we made along the way.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's my
right.
exotic.
That's my exotic. That's the raid exotic
As
I
long as-
earned.
I'm gonna be totally honest. As long as all of us can come out of this first day raid with everybody being, in good moods, content, I will be happy.
Same here.
Oh,
So-
I already know now. I'm gonna be walking away like, oh man, I wish I could stay longer.
Yeah.
That's
But
probably
that's
gonna be
just the
all of
nature
us,
the beast
but yeah.
with me, the traveler.
Yeah, that's just because we're gonna be like, really excited and everything. I guarantee,
Okay, yeah,
like,
yeah.
we're gonna step away from whatever we ended up finishing, and be like,
Mhm.
oh, I want to do more, but I know
Okay,
it'll be yeah.
to completely level with you, being a world traveler, it's just like, okay, I only get this amount of time in this amount of space in this portion of the world. I'm never gonna be able to come back to this spot in this moment in time again. I need to do everything, but I know I can't do as much as I would like.
Yeah.
So it's just like, this, okay, I can do, okay, alright, I got this done. Great, I'll hold on to this memory for the rest of my life.
Yes.
So,
Exactly.
yeah, the raid is kind of like that in my books, because it's like,
Feel that.
it's gone, it's gone.
I feel that.
So,
Well, that's
I don't
what we're doing the first day.
Yeah.
So we'll do what I can. We'll do what we can. Think of it more of like just hanging out and experiencing, figuring like new stuff out versus
Exactly.
stressing about all the, getting everything done.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Like it's a good stress. That's what I'm trying to say. It's just like new
That's kind
things.
of how I
What
feel
this?
about it.
Ooh,
I think of it as like a good stress.
there's like 2 different forms of stress. I think I remember in a book back in middle school.
All right,
It's
I'm
like
gonna hop on out
distress
of here.
and
Alright,
eustress.
Hop on out.
See you later.
Thanks for hanging
Yeah,
out.
Bye.
Thank you, buddy. See
Bye.
you Saturday.
But yeah, it was like eustress and de-stress, and we want the eustress.
Yeah.
I think what it's called. I don't. Like I said, it was middle school.
Yeah. All right, to end this
Anyway.
video, right. All right, to end this video,
What happened?
for those that will be watching on Saturday, you will catch us live at around 10 a.m. We will jump in right away once we're all good on Saturday, and you get to see us have all the fun. All right, thank you guys so much for watching on YouTube, and we will catch you guys in the next one. All right, bye.